Hey y'all, welcome back to Krista's Kitchen. So today we're going to be making an every plate meal. We're going to do the every plate chicken scallopini in a lemon garlic cream sauce with roasted zucchini and potatoes. I'm going to have this for lunch, and then I'm going to go ahead and make the chorizo and rice that also came with it so that we can have it for dinner, because after I get the kids from school, we're going to go ahead and just have a good Friday night. Just do something family oriented. We'll use that chorizo and everything. I'll kind of make like a little snack pack. I wanted to take them to the park. We'll be able to eat it there, something simple in a little bowl and container, so that we'll be able to have some family fun time after their first week of school. I had planned on making this Wednesday whenever I got my every plate meal. However, we ended up having the carbonara instead, and with it raining and everything yesterday, we just did some stuffed baked potatoes and things like that for an easy dinner. So we're going to do this. It looks really yummy. It looks really good. I am going to adapt it for camper living or smaller kitchen living, as there are a few things that don't really match to what we'll do, but also using what we have, because you can't have every kitchen tool and everything. This doesn't require really like big kitchen tools, but there are some things that whenever we moved into the camper, we minimized, we cut out, and we kind of streamlined down to what we're going to have. It's streamlined in my mind as far as cooking goes. But as you can see on the countertop, I have everything they provided for this meal and everything we have to have for this meal. It says 10-minute prep time, 40-minute cook time. We're going to see if that holds true. So bring on closer and let's get cooking. For the oven to preheat at this point. It's almost preheated. It's at 450. Just toss these potatoes around in some olive oil, some salt and pepper. As y'all may have seen, I was showing you that the zucchini, this ring around it, tells me that it got a little too cold in the fridge. That's the battle I'm fighting right now. I want my fridge nice and chilled, but I don't want it freezing or ruining my vegetables. So the quality of the zucchini might not be there with the fact that it got a little over chilled. Also, I don't want to overcrowd the pan, so I've left off the zucchini, which it's going to take a little less time to cook anyway. But I'm going to let these cook for about 10 minutes, pull it out, scooch them over to allow space for the zucchini to go on here. Next, I'm about to pound out the chicken, and this is where I was talking to y'all about use what you have. So I don't have my kitchen mallet, so I'm going to use my cast iron skillet to pound out my chicken. And the goal of this is we're just wanting a nice thin piece of chicken that's going to get crispy and still stay juicy and tender. So I'll put the chicken in the plastic bag and pound it. One thing I learned the hard way is don't pound your chicken this way whenever you're using a skillet. You're really going to hurt your wrist. Pound it this way. It might look silly and feel silly, but it will keep it from hurting your wrist and making those motions. So I'm going to move this over, get my chicken in the bag, and keep moving until I hear the oven ding to tell me it's ready for the potatoes to go in. So we're at about 13 minutes right now, and that's with me chit-chatting a little bit. So not too bad. I feel like this will be right on task. It's really just the cooking process that, the interactive process is going to take a little bit. So let's get y'all sped up again. minutes to spare, so we're going to plate it up and see how it tastes. Alright y'all, so food's all ready and we're going to taste test. Some things I can see right off the bat. I know that my zucchini, my fridge, I think just got it way too cold because it didn't cook the way I'd want it to. It's very watery. So that's why there's not a lot on the plate either. I also know that I usually prefer a little bit more seasoning, just some variety than just salt and pepper. I know they stick with the salt and pepper for the veggies. I should have just gone ahead and added some Italian seasoning or something, but the zucchini is not bad. It's just once it freezes and then comes back, it's kind of watery. I wish I left the potatoes in for just a little bit longer. I went exactly to what they said as far as cooking times. But I wish I had a few more with the brown caramelized edges. But they're tender. They're good. Potatoes really don't need a whole lot to make them yummy. Where we're going to see how it is our chicken. And you see, y'all probably saw that I season my flour instead of the chicken. Probably need to really season both with a little bit of salt and pepper. Because if you're going basic like salt and pepper, you need a little more seasoning. But that's just my preference. I've always seasoned my breading or whatever I use. Put a little bite of chicken, a little bite of the gravy. This did say to add lemon zest. I chose not to do that. I feel like it's going to be lemony enough with just the gravy. And plus, I don't feel like washing my whole cheese grater just for using the zesting side. Not bad. I mean, it's kind of just like a flour gravy. The chicken is nice and tender. And I love the crispy part. I'm not a huge gravy person unless it's a really good gravy anyway. But the chicken's yummy. So really just, this is a meal too that you can see. Just stick with the basics. Roasting some potatoes, some veggies, and an easy flour batter. And you have a quick, easy lunch or dinner. I'm going to bag up or pack up the other part of this and take it down the road to my mother-in-law. That way no food goes to waste. But overall I think it's a win. It definitely teaches you some basic cooking skills if you're looking to kind of expand. This would be a good meal to choose because you get your veg, your potato, and your protein. And it's teaching you some basics of how to pound out a chicken and how to slice veggies to get them to cook properly, and seasoning. I mean, it's salt and pepper for everything, really. The only thing that really has any difference of flavor is the gravy that's in it. That's actually one of my least favorite things in it. But again, I said I'm not a gravy person. This could be just as good with just maybe like even a honey drizzled over it. It would be super yummy. But it's a nice lunch to have. It's going to be a little bit heavy, but it's a nice lunch to have. And teaches you some basic cooking skills. And it's not like it's every plate didn't put something out good. They put out a good little dinner, a good little lunch, something simple. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Very easy to make. As you saw at the end of the video, we had about 8 minutes to spare and really didn't need a whole lot to make this meal happen. So it's a win in my book. I'll give it about 4 out of 5 stars. So, thank y'all for joining us. We'll see y'all in just a little bit whenever we make the chorizo and rice so that we can pack it up in our little picnic to take for dinner when the kids get out of school. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.